The spooky season is among us, and with that comes the need of some really dark Halloween beats. So I threw together my best attempt to make this video as dark as possible. And the focus of today's video is going to be how to create a very spooky, dark atmosphere for all those Halloween type beats we're about to crank out as the producer community. And I got it all. I got the candles, I got the red lights, and I got the creepy sound effects. So let's stop procrastinating and turn the living into the dead with some seriously demonic beats. In this video, I will show you how to build atmosphere, how to create a frightening tension curve, and how to make sure your beats don't just sound dark, but feel dark. So without any further ado, let's start digging our graves and jump right into it. Okay, but on a serious note, these glasses are polarized, so I can't see shit. That's better.
I hope that I can teach you something new you didn't know. I hope that you support me, help me make this channel go. I'm putting in the effort, but right now it's moving slow. So if you're interested in learning how to play with sound, then stick around and make that red button blue and check out my other videos. I swear that I won't let you down. Welcome to DixonBeats. I hope that you stick around.
Am I the only one that found that intro kinda corny? Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, so while I was preparing this video, I got a push notification from YouTube from a producer named DixonBeats. So I checked out the video, and it was a video from DixonBeats about a Halloween themed sample pack. And since that fit extremely well into the ideas that I had for this video, I decided I'm gonna take the sample pack, look through it, choose a melody, make a beat out of it, and use that beat as the baseline for my atmospheric transformation, so to speak. So I took one of the melodies I got from this free Halloween themed sample pack, which by the way, I'll leave a link to his video down in the description if you wanted to check out the sample pack yourself. I would actually really recommend it. There's some really spicy melodies and it fit the Halloween theme perfectly. But anyway, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I just wanted to show you the full final result before we actually dissect it and break it down. However, if you're not interested in the final result and just want to see exactly what I did, skip to this timestamp and we'll get right into it. Now let's check out the beat first. Alright, cool. Has some pretty hard Halloween vibes, doesn't it? Alright, so again, this video is not supposed to be a beat breakdown, so I'm not necessarily going to be talking much about the beat creation side of things, more about the atmosphere that surrounds the beat and ties everything together. So basically we're going to be talking about everything down here, and not so much what's going on up here. Alright, so in Dixon's Halloween beat, we of course have a whole bunch of different melodies that have sort of the spooky Halloween vibe, such as the one that I chose for this beat. So a very lo-fi vibe, but sort of spooky, you know, careful piano melodies, I guess. And then one thing that sort of started the entire spookification, I guess, was some other samples that were included in the sample pack of Dixon's little daughter humming and singing and phrasing some words into his microphone with a bunch of reverb and all that stuff on, which gives it a really, really creepy atmosphere. So one of the first things that I did was take this La 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 track and kind of sprinkle that throughout the beat. Let's take a quick listen here. Right, so really eerie, very like, I don't know about yourself, but like every time I hear like young children sort of sing or hum melodies like that, immediate horror movie vibes. So it fit perfect in this beat. So you'll see this La 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 track sprinkled across the entire beat every here and there. You see there's a lot going on down here. And essentially, if you look to the right of Ableton, you can see that one track is almost hard panned to the left and the other one to the right, about 40%. Plus the La 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 track that's panned to the right also has some little alter buy on it with a Foreman shift to -12, so that gives it a really dark, distorted sort of vibe. And what works really well actually with these La 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 tracks is that they're not on scale. They're not within the same scale that this beat is. They're not even really hitting the correct notes. And at first it threw me off a little bit, but actually it works really well because it creates this harmonic dissonance. At least that's what I would say if I wanted to sound real smart. I don't even know if that's the real word. Where you have the melodic parts of the beat obviously within scale and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden there's this voice coming in that's sort of singing off key that creates a lot of tension in the beat. And tension is going to be a really strong keyword for creating this atmosphere for this beat, because specifically since this is a Halloween themed beat and it's supposed to be very spooky and eerie and distant voices and all that stuff, creating tension is one of the biggest tasks that you'll have. All right, now while I was thinking, okay, I have this eerie La 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 voice now, what else would be considered creepy or scary or whatever? I was imagining a graveyard. I know this might sound a little bit grim, but essentially I put myself in the position where I set the goal of putting the listener into the atmosphere of a graveyard. Again, Halloween theme fits pretty well. So a big thing that came to mind, of course, is thunder and rain. So I added this whole thunderstorm rain track down here. Basically throughout the first half of this entire beat. Now, the sample from Dixon that I chose to use also has some thunder sounds included in it. That adds a lot of texture, but I just wanted a little bit stronger and also just like some background rain included in there. That's why I layered it up with this thunderstorm loop as well. I got that from Splice. And then of course, what would any sort of demonic Halloween beat be without some dark bells? So apart from the bell melody that I've added up here in the beat, I of course had to add this demonic dark bell as sort of transition risers and all that stuff too. Because I really don't know what it is about bells, but bells just sound so like dark and powerful. So it fits perfectly in this context. Now, one more thing that you'll see right at the beginning of the beat is this track right here. And this is actually just some ravens, like some crows doing their thing, crowing or screeching. I don't really know what to call that. Listen to it, you'll know what I mean. Whole bunch of reverb on it and everything, but then again, this is sort of what I imagine standing on a graveyard in the middle of the night, you know, is. It's raining, it's thundering, you hear these dark demonic bells, you hear the kid like la 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 la, and then you just hear the crows flying away. So I thought that that all fit together pretty well. And yeah, basically that's almost it for the entire intro part, obviously apart from the beat. And even just that gives us this atmosphere. So what you'll see here is me creating atmosphere not just through added sound effects, but also through the layout and the arrangement and adding breaks and introducing dynamic changes in the beat, which I feel like is something that's very important. For example, the section that I have highlighted right here, every 8 bars, there's a relatively substantial beat switch. Let's quickly listen to this part so you know what I mean. Now there's the switch into the halftime. Now another switch up. Before it then goes into the hook. Because here's the thing, what music is really good at is invoking emotions in people. We hear a very sad song and we also feel sad. We hear a very happy song and we're also feeling very happy. So when you're trying to make a scary beat like this, for example, for this Halloween season, which I'm sure many of you will do this year, make sure that you keep in mind that the goal is to put the listener into that ambience, into that situation, that position, that location that you have in your head while making this beat. And in that case, it doesn't matter if it's a scary beat or if it's a happy beat. You just want to make sure that you do your best to put the listener into your shoes. So with all that being said, thank you very much for sitting through all of this. I really hope that you like my techniques and tactics to create this atmosphere. And I would absolutely love to hear what you guys think of this beat, as well as the different ways that I try to create an atmosphere inside of this beat. Massive shout out goes out to DixonBeats. I'll leave all of his links down in the description below. Definitely go ahead and cop this pack. There's some killer stuff in there and it is free, so come on. With all that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this spooky season this year and create some killer Halloween themed beats. Feel free to tag me on any of them if you use any of these tactics or just felt inspired by what you saw here today. With all that being said, thank you guys very much for watching and I'll see you in next week's video. Peace!